Assalamu alaikum students. Let us start our second chapter in science, acids, bases and salts. Okay. In our previous classes, we have learned about the taste of sourness and bitterness of the food. Bitterness of the food. Okay. Whatever food we eat, we consume in daily life. It may be either sweet, either sour, either bitter, right? Respectively. If someone in the family is suffering from a problem of acidity, what we do, we prefer to give luminoid, that is lemon juice or baking soda or vinegar, etc. Why is it? Because in acidity what happens, the acidic effect increases. The effect of unwanted acids on our intestines, small and bigger intestines, increases, because of which we feel pain and problem to digest the food. So acidic effect on our body, when it occurs in our body, what happens, our food will be unable to digest. It will be unable to get converted into proteins, glucose, glucamine, and amino acids and carbohydrates. For at that time, what we do, we prefer to eat such things that are basically naturally termed as bases. Okay, acids and bases. These are and salts. These are the elements that come across in our life daily, and periodically and gradually we come across these things. So what we consume in our houses, what we eat, what we drink, all are either acids or either bases or either salts. Okay, if you know or don't know, water is also an acid, milk is also an acid. Every chemical, basically, if I want to say, each and every chemical is either acidic or basic or salt in nature. Okay? Yes, every chemical in nature, every chemical in our daily life, what we find is either acid or either base or either salt. Right? Now, to find whether the chemical what we are using, what we are consuming, what we are eating, drinking is acidic, is an acid, or base or a salt. To find this, to determine this, to differentiate in this, we use litmus, litmus, litmus. It is natural indicator. It may be powder, it may be in the form of paper. Very easily in medical stores we can find the litmus paper, or in pharmaceuticals trade we can find litmus paper. If you immerse that litmus paper in acid, right, it gets converted to red color. The color of the litmus paper changes and it becomes red. If it is becoming red, then that particular chemical is acidic. If in particular chemical, if you dip that litmus paper, if it gets converted to blue color naturally, then it is base. So this is the natural method of finding that whether the chemical is an acid or base. Apart from this, you can use phenolphthalein, you can use methyl orange for testing the chemical, whether the chemical is acidic or base. In this chapter, we will study the reactions of acids and bases. How these acids react when they are reacted, when they are added, when they are composed with bases. or how the bases will act when they're composed to other bases and other acidic nature chemicals and other salts, how acids and bases cancel each other's effects, and many more interesting facts that we use and see in our day-to-day life. Here we need to know, the students, that acids are positive in charge. When we talk about the charges, the electrons in the acids, the elements, the atoms, the protons are positively charged in acids. And in bases, as acids are exactly opposite to the base, as exactly contradict to the base, so bases are obviously negatively charged. Right? Bases are negatively charged, acids are positively charged. When these two chemicals are got mixed up with each other, the charge will be neutral, that is zero. The charge will be neutral, that is zero. Now let us understand the chemical properties of the acids and bases. Let us do one experiment. Obviously this experiment is possible only in our schools, but for knowledge basis you can listen and understand. Whenever you come across your laboratory in your school, what you do, take one drop of hydrochloric acid on a watch glass and one drop of nitric acid on another watch glass, one drop of acetic acid CH3COOH on another watch glass, 1 gram of sodium hydroxide on another watch glass, 1 drop of calcium hydroxide on another watch glass, 1 drop of potassium hydroxide on another watch glass, 1 drop of magnesium hydroxide and 1 drop of ammonium hydroxide on different watch glasses. Drop Put a drop on each of the chemical, put a drop of indicator and test with a drop of indicator shown in table 2.1. That means first you drop red litmus solution on each drop. Okay, what the changes you will observe, just note down on the table. Similarly, repeat the experiment. Take each drop of all the chemicals which I have listed before now on different watch glasses. Now put a drop of blue litmus solution and write down the changes, observations, what you observe in the color and appearance. Repeat same experiment. Take each drop of every liquid, every chemical which I have listed just now on different watch glasses and put a drop of phenolphthalein solution on each drop of different chemicals. Now note down the changes and observations. What the changes occur in their appearance, in their color, in the reactions. Now repeat the experiment. Similarly, take each drop of all the chemicals on different watch glasses. Put a drop of methyl orange solution and indicate the observations. These indicators will tell us whether the substance is either acidic or basic in nature by changing their color. There are some substances whose, whose smell will change in acidic or basic nature. These are called olfactory indicators. Let us try out some of these indicators.